Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm greeting to each and every one of you. Welcome to the kick-off of collaboration research, Forestry Faculty of Tanjungpura University and National University of Singapore Environmental Research Institute, or acronymized with NERI. First of all, I would like to thank for Honorable Dean of Forestry Faculty, Tanjungpura University, Dr. Insinyur Faradiba Eshut MSI IPU, the Honorable Director of National University of Singapore Environmental Research Institute, Prof. Sanjay Swarup, okay, and the member representative, Dr. Lupascu Massimo, Dr. Valeria Verone, Dr. Khalid Hawazalah, and Dr. Agusti Randi, the honorable lecturers of Forestry Faculty, Tanjungpura University, who join us in this event. Primarily, I would like to send the utmost gratitude towards God for letting us gather in today's agenda with a good and stable state of health. Hereby, I am the master of ceremony for this agenda. Let me introduce myself. My name is Erisa Ayuwaspadi Putri. Before we start the main agenda, let me explain our rundown in general. This event consists of two sections. The first section is the opening ceremony that initially started by singing national anthem of Indonesia and Rimbawan anthem as well. Then, followed by prayer, opening speech, and would be ended up with all members' photo sessions. The second sections are the visitation of the Silviculture Laboratory of Forestry, Tanjungpura University. So, to shorten our time, let us start the first section by singing Indonesian national anthem, Indonesia Raya, and March Rimbawan. For this session, we kindly appealing the audience to stand up.
di tengah rimba, tapi kita gembira sebabnya kita bekerja untuk bangsa dan bangsa. Rimba raya, indah permai dan mulia, Mahatma tempat kita bekerja. Rimba raya, indah permai dan mulia, Mahatma tempat kita bekerja. Rimba raya, Maria, cantik melek perkasa, menghibur hati sesak penyambang nusa dan bangsa. Rimba raya mulia, disitulah kita kerja di sinar matahari. Gunung lembah berduri haruslah kita harungi dengan hati yang murni. Rimba raya, indah permai dan mulia, Mahatma tempat kita bekerja. Rimba raya, indah permai dan mulia, Mahatma tempat kita bekerja. Pagi petang, siang malam, rimba kita berseru. Bersatulah bersatu, tinggi rendah jadi satu, pertolongan selalu. Jauhkanlah sikap kami yang mementingkan diri. Ingatlah nusa bangsa, minta supaya dibela oleh kamu semua. Rimba raya, indah permai dan mulia, Mahatma tempat kita bekerja. Rimba raya, indah permai dan mulia, Mahatma tempat kita bekerja.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please have your seats. Next, a prayer session. The prayer will be led by Mr. Yoga. For Mr. Yoga, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear guests and participants, let us pray solemnly and sincerely according to our respective religion and hope that our prayers will be answered by God Almighty. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hamdan syakirin, hamdan na'imin, hamdan yu'afi ni'amahu wa yukafi mazidah. Ya Rabbana lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhikal karimi wa azimi sultanik. Allahumma inna nas'aluka salamatan fid din wa afiyatan fil jasad wa ziyadatan fil ilmi wa barakatan fil rizqi wa taubatan qablal maut wa rahmatan indal maut wa maghfiratan ba'dal maut. Allahumma hawin alaina fi sakaratil maut wa najatan minan nari wa ahwana indal hisab. Ya Allah, our Lord, the most merciful, we gather here today for the kick-off collaboration research Faculty of Forestry Tanjungpura University and National University of Singapore Environmental Research Institute, a blessed event, and we seek your approval. Oh Allah, Ya Allah, grant us guidance and wisdom in every step we take. Help us to collaborate effectively and achieve our goals, so that we may make a positive contribution to the environment and society. Ya Allah, grant us strength and perseverance to face any challenges and obstacles we may encounter, and help us to always strive to find the best solution. Ya Allah, bless this event and everyone present here. May what we do bring with spread benefits and be a good deed for us. Rabbana dalamna anfusana wa ilam taghfir lana wa tarhamna lanakunanna minal khasirin. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas samiul alim wa tub alaina innaka antat tawwabur rahim. Rabbi ja'alni muqimas sholati wa min dzurriyyati. Rabbana wa taqabbal du'a. Rabbana ighfir lana wa liwalidayya wa li jami'il mu'minina yauma yaqumul hisab. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين يا رب العالمين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Furthermore, is a speech by the Director of National University of Singapore Environmental Research Institute, Prof. Sanjaswarup. Please, time is yours.
Okay, so a very good afternoon to you all, to Madam Dean, all honorable esteemed colleagues from this very good forestry faculty, which we have got to know is a very big faculty, the second largest in Indonesia. And it is really our pleasure and privilege to be here. Thank you for taking time in arranging all these wonderful sessions, for time away from your work. You are very busy. You have many students. You have 2,000 students. So a lot of work that you are doing. I have brought with me my team member Dr. Valeria, but also my esteemed colleague Dr. Max Lukascu. He's from Department of Geography. I am from Department of Biological Sciences, and I just got to know that you had met my colleague Park Darren last year. So what in the last few years we started a program which coincided with COVID. So when we started our Gambut program, it started with COVID, and we were very lucky. We have friends who are in and our partners, collaborators in Indonesia, with whom, while we could not cross and come here like today, we have team members who are also from Indonesia, and we have been working with them. I've been working with them for around more than 10-15 years in other places, in Jambi, Sumatra, and other places. So what we did was to form a relationship with IPB, Institute Pertanian Bogor. We have extended it to Unri, to Riau University, with some other universities as well. And we are now going into the second phase of our Gambut Science program, for which we are here very happy to have been introduced through our team member and a very esteemed colleague in conservation and botany. I don't need to introduce your own man, Park Randy. so, so Randy is the one who has guided us that this is a place where we can join hands to work together and address something which is very, very important. So I will share in a short while what we are doing, but what very, very important is Singapore doesn't have any gambut, no peat there, and at the same time we have some other skills, other knowledge in technologies which Singapore has been developing, which we can bring and learn in the context of peat here in Indonesia, especially in West Kalimantan. And why this is important is because from what I've been learning leading up to this visit is that you have many different landscapes in which peat is present here, right? And to do the science, what we are providing is the connection on science which is based on the problems and the challenges at the ground and in the landscape. Identify those challenges, learning from you, and then converting them into the basic science which we can do to some extent in Singapore. Form this collaboration so that it is connected, and the main objective is to solve and help people, the earth and the ecosystem, along with the biodiversity, which includes forests, macrofauna, microfauna, so microflora, microfauna, and that's institute, and there we have hosted this particular project. So with that, I thank you again for your attention and your time, your efforts. Thank you again, Madam Dean, for your presence here and for this occasion. I will now maybe ask Valeria, are we starting with the video, is it?
There is both the video or the presentation, up to you.
We can do a video, then I can switch to the presentation, because the phase 2 part where we are heading, we will go into that part here. So just a background on what you will be seeing is just less than 5-minute video. And this video, it summarizes our current project. This project is happening in 2 locations in Sumatra. Both are in Sumatra. One is in Jambi and South Sumatra border, Ripupajaya, and another is in Riau with a company. Both are company locations. We have institutional partner EPB, and we have also NUS, News from Singapore. So this enjoy, and we can then look at the phase 2. This is phase 1, what we are about to finish in Q1 of 2024. Okay, so thank you. This is also on YouTube, so we can send a link also. This was in phase 1. As I mentioned, it's completing phase 1, first quarter of the coming year, and then we are going into phase 2. And in phase 2, we are exploring this new initiative with your faculty. And for that, if we can go to the slides on the phase 2. We saw, yeah. So it's difficult for me to see here, so I'll just go down. This project is about restoration science, that how we can learn from nature as nature comes back. So when a piece of land is devoid of forests, we let the forest come back. We learn from which species are coming back, pioneer species, secondary species, study their interactions. So that's our first intention, is to look at restoration science. What are the technologies that can make this go, learn from nature and then make it go enhanced or more scientifically informed, so that we can first replicate it. It should become replicated in different conditions. If we know the science, we can replicate it more efficiently. Secondly, to make it scalable. So any solutions that we will jointly develop have to be scalable, because small scale solutions will remain in our university publications, videos like this. But to make a real impact, it has to impact the community, it has to impact the ecosystem, right? And for that, it has to be aligned with the national objectives, the alignments, provincial alignments of their policies as well. So looking at that, which is what we will learn from you, all these contexts of the local knowledge, which is also with a lot of the local knowledge rests also with the community. So learning from there, and what you see in the top, the phase 2, which is in more green colors, green shades, we'll be looking at plots and trials, which is here. So plots and trials. We will also be looking at participatory science with the communities, and looking at impacts in ecosystem and socio-economic and socio-policy, right? Science policy interface. So in this, we have a number of projects that are within this. Through NUS, we can bring the sciences from looking at the landscapes, looking at drone and LiDAR more of the drone and satellite technologies. Then Prof. Max has expertise in looking at the age of the peat using isotope-based methods, using biogeochemistry methods. We have excellent people like our friend Randy here, who helps us identify the species that are there growing in peat. So why are they growing? What happens when we raise water table, lower the water table? Because part of the national policies are about water table management, right? So they are going to be affected. In this, we have in the phase 1 identified some species that are very promising, that are coming up very efficiently when nature came back after it was deforested and we let nature come back. We have done some trials. You saw some of those videos. From here, we will be doing more field trials. It could be done here, but in addition, we are looking at some technologies which I will ask very shortly for Valeria to explain. Some technologies which can work both with communities and with nature, using mycosilviculture technologies that connects these areas very nicely. And that's why we have invited Izzy. He is an expert in identifying from the forest some of these species, which also have edible and economic value for the communities. and these ectomycorrhizae, these are ectomycorrhizae, which will affect the growth of the young seedlings. So it's a win-win situation, right? The forest wins, ecosystem wins, livelihood wins, and for the scientists, we will define how and why it is working, how to scale it up. So we have collaborations. This is an inspiration from a project that happened with the blessings of King Bhumidol, late King Bhumidol in Thailand, and Prof. Churchai from Thailand. From there, we have been working to develop this in Indonesian context. We have done some field studies with our friends here, Randy, Izzy, and Valeria and some others. And so that is something that we hope that we can look at biodiversity of these edible mycorrhizal, connect it with the community knowledge, and then get them involved in these scalable technologies, right? So that's one area. And then another would be more on looking at the species of the trees of economic value, how they can be improved further with the help of these water table management studies, right? So socioeconomics, science policy, and biotech type areas, yeah? So with that, I will conclude my section, and I thank you again for your attention. These are just some initial ideas, and we will explore together based on the nature of peat that is around you, and what are the challenges or the areas you think are most important. We'll learn from there and we'll take it from there, yeah? So with this, I'll pass to Dr. Valeria. She can talk about the mycorrhizal and mycosylviculture part.
Thank you. All right, thank you. So first of all, I want to thank all of you and Randy for organizing. Thank you very much, but all of you for welcoming us. And we didn't expect that. It's really lovely. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. So we are really excited to be here. So I want today to introduce you to one of the projects we are working at the moment, which is how do we introduce mycosylviculture in tropical peatland for reforestation efforts. So the idea, the aim is that we want to explore if this is feasible, first of all. Sorry, I didn't mean to. If this is feasible, first of all, because we know that mycosylviculture is doable in mineral soils and for reforestation efforts all around the world, but at the same time, we don't have any proofs that we can do that successfully here. And then the long-term aim, what we really want to achieve is to include participation of local community in the ecosystem restoration. So we want to create value with forest, and we want to empower local communities and work on this together. So we started this project 1 year ago, so it's already been quite few months, and we had 3 main phases in mind. So the first one was an exploration phase in which we went for field trips. We wanted to look for edible, culturable mushrooms that are associated most likely with dipterocarps, but we tried to look for any other ectomycorrhizal trees. So we did collection, identification, and environmental. We collect environmental parameters in order to try to figure out how to cultivate mushroom together with trees. And then we work on characterization, so mostly lab work, mostly on culture, taxonomy of the mushrooms, helper bacteria, sequencing. We are still in the process of doing all this. And then third point, very important point, is the nursery, because we want to try a nursery phase before going ahead and scale up for bigger projects. So we needed to find locations, so we started with IPB, and I'll show you later on which are our issues and success with that. And so we went for an exploration trip in May in Sebangau National Park here in Borneo. And we've been found a very lovely biosphere, and it was really impressive. Just in 3 days we found many mushrooms and many different species, and it was really beautiful, also from a personal point of view. And then what we did was collecting specimens. I mean, Khalid here did most of the job, I have to say, and we are working at tackling this as a biodiversity survey as well. And so he has done morphology mostly, and we are going to support that with sequencing data. And then we are doing strain isolations of the fungi that we found, and also culture propagation and root tips identification for the ectomycorrhizal roots. So we extract the DNA out of all these different cultures, and we are doing the sequencing at the moment to look for who they are, which strains are they. And so we are also doing some mycosphere work in which we took the soil around the mushrooms to figure out if there are helper bacteria that can improve mushroom growth. Here, just quickly, for example, you can see that there is some particular community of bacteria supporting this particular strain that could be really interesting for us in the future. And then we've done, this came out wrong. So we've been doing some nursery trials. Izzy, do you want to come and say a few words? Since Izzy is the main.
So I may continue. So this is our current research of nursery. We have done it in IPV. So we have three phases of nursery trials, and then right now we have 8 strains culture of ectomycorrhiza, which is I also bring here. Already been sent, yeah? Already been sent here. And then that's the result of the nursery trial, that we can see that it's affect the growth. It's obviously affect the growth of the plants. That the non-mycorrhiza has very low of the height and diameter of the seedlings. And also we we put the slurry culture from the mushroom body from the field. We just chop it and then we put it into the seedlings. And the third, we want to try the culture, the single culture of the ectomycorrhiza here. So that's from my part.
All right. So moving on. So just a quick slide about what we would like to do moving on. We would like to expand on the biodiversity exploration and also local community knowledge. We would like to know what, like the knowledge that is not in the books, but it's part of the community. So with field trips and also looking and searching for edible culturable mushrooms around communities. And also we would like to expand the characterization part with lab work, but at the same time we would like to test more nursery, like with more fungi species and tree species, and see which one can be scaled up. So scaling up, we would like to start testing maybe a small pilot study directly on some degraded areas or areas that we would like to increase the value of. And of course, community engagement also related to how to approach this. How do we move from feasibility study to nature-based solution project? Also, socio-economical study would be part of the second phase of IMPREP, so we hope that we can all put this information together moving on. And yeah, and that's the team. Of course, there are people from IPB, and we collaborate with BRIN and with our colleagues in Thailand, Professor Cherchai and Professor Nutika. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for Professor Sanjay Swarab and the team. For the next session is the speech from our Dean, Dean of the Forestry Faculty, to Dr. Insinyur Faradiba Eshud MSI APU. Please, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A good day. The Honorable Professor Sanjay Swarup, then Professor Max, Dr. Valerie, Ibu Valerie, and also Izzy. His nickname is Izzy. Izzy. Yeah, Khalid, yeah, Khalid or Izzy, and our alumni, which very famous here, Bang Randi Agusti. Thank you for coming to our faculty here, Forestry Faculty. I believe this is your first time to come to Pontianak City, and I hope you will enjoy all your travel in Pontianak City. So I would like to introduce our staff here. First one is our Vice Dean of Academic Affairs, Dr. Sofwan Anwari. He's a major on mangrove forest, biology of the like small crab. You know, where we call it the Biola crab, because it's very unique in the morphology. Yeah. And second one is Vice Dean of we call it finance affair. Yeah, she is our Ministry of Finance here. Ibu Nurhaida, MSI, she's major on biocomposite forest product technology. And our Vice Dean of Student Affairs and Alumni, Ibu Reina Suciulandari. She is also a silviculture, so she will be involved in this project with Ibu Valerie. And then we have also head of our staff here, Ibu Inayah Eshud MM. He is the head of all our staff in Forestry Faculty. And we have a coordinate for the academic, Pak Urai, is up there, Pak Urai for the academic fair. And I will introduce the others lecture which attend this meeting. First one is our MC is Ibu Erisa Yuwaspadi Putri. She is a geography also, so Professor Max can collaborate another project with her. Yeah. And for behind Ibu Nurhaida is Ibu Siti Puji Lestari Ningsih, beside Bang Agusti Randi. She is also major on Geographic Information System. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Then we continue to Ibu Ratna Herawati Ningsih. Her major on forest management, also watershed management, yeah. Hydrology and watershed management. Yeah. And then to Pak Marwanto. Pak Marwanto is our the youngest, yeah, the youngest lecturer here. And his major on nanotechnology. Yeah. Nanotechnology on some forest product technology. Yeah. And behind of Pak Marwanto is Ibu Wahdina. Ibu Wahdina major on biology. Her major on biology. And then that's our staff in laboratory, Ibu Yolanda. Beside Ibu Yolanda is Irfan. Yeah, this is our staff for the media communication. We call it Silva Media Center. Then Ibu Gusti Eva Tavita. She's major on wood anatomy and some food from forest, non-timber forest products. And also some just now is developed the cosmetic from the non-timber forest products also. Yeah. And after Bu Eva Tavita is Ibu Wiwi Ekyastuti. She is expert also on silviculture. So she will be involved also intense with Ibu Valerie. And after that, it's Pak Al-Hadi is a staff of laboratory in Forest Product Technology Laboratory. And beside this is Ibu Hikmayanti. Ibu Hikmayanti is also the head of Forest Technology Laboratory. Yes, her major on wood chemistry. Wood chemistry and others product of non-timber forest product also. Beside Ibu Hikmayanti is Ibu Dina Setiawati. She is head of laboratory of biomaterial or biocomposite. She made some panel from wood and plastic. So mix the plastic and wood to become some products like for furnitures and others. See. Then we have Pak Iskandar. Nah, Pak Iskandar is from forest management. He's expert on the social forest management science. Yeah. And beside Pak Iskandar is Edwin as a laboratory, staff laboratory of the forest planning laboratory. He's expert also on using UAV or drone for survey. And after that is Pak Sabirin. Pak Sabirin is staff laboratory of wood workshop laboratory. Yeah. In front of Pak Sabirin is Pak Evi. Pak Evi is staff laboratory of forest hydrology laboratory. Yeah, so our staff here for the lecture is 46 lecture. We have 4 major science like conservation, forest conservation, then silviculture, then forest product technology and forest management science. And we have almost 2,000 students because every year we receive 500 students every year. And this is a very fruitful meeting today because as the first time we are thank you for Bang Agusti Randi for bring NERI to come to our university and collaboration about the peatland because you know this our campus mostly a peatland soil in here, so you are coming in the right place. We easily find the peat soil in our campus, and we hope that this collaboration will be fruitful to both our institution, not only for the soil and silviculture science, but to others science also, as we have many expertise in our faculty. So, thank you, and I hope you will join all of your visit here. Because tomorrow we will go to mangrove and also to the forest, peatland forest, and I will inform also that we have forest education area from our Ministry of Environment and Environment and Forestry. The forest concession area is almost 20,000 hectares. It's very big, and it consists of in line with 3 districts. Mempawah District, then Kuburaya District, and Alanda District. So tomorrow we just visit the small of our forest education area, very near to this Pontianak city. Is around 1 hours 20 minutes. Yes, around that. So I hope you enjoy and to visit the many types of the forest in West Kalimantan. Yeah. Okay, so for this meeting, I hope it will be continued to next many aspect of the research, and hopefully for publication also. Yes, because we hope after the research we will publish some publication, and this will be also as our rector come to me that we have to disseminate our research and publication for as proof of the work of our research program. Yeah. Okay, so thank you. That's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day.
Okay, thank you for Dr. Insinyur Faradi Baeshut, MSI IPU. The next session, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to come to the end of the session. To express our gratitude, we bring the certificate and souvenirs for our speakers. For the session mentioned, please Dr. Insinyur Faradi Baeshut, MSI, and Professor Sanjay Swarap to come in front of our stage. And for Dr. Insinyur Faradi Baeshut, MSI, to give the certificate and souvenir symbolically. Okay, thank you, Dr. Faradiba. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before entering the last session, let us take a photo together as a remembrance of this great collaboration. Yeah, between National University of Singapore. Okay, sorry. For the others, please stand up in front of our stage to symbolically receive the souvenir from Tanjungpura University, Faculty of Forestry. Yeah. Very tall compared to us. Okay, and now for the invited guests. Okay, Bang Randi, for photo session first to the speakers. Okay, for the Vice Dean and Bu Inaya, perhaps come to the front to take a photo session. Okay, for the all invited guests, please stand up in front of the stage and join for the photo session. Please. Okay. Please come to the stage. Please come in front of the stage to take the photo. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, now we have to come to the last agenda. Before that, I apologize for any inconvenience that may have arisen in all of the session. Before we all head out to the labs, I would like to thank everyone who saw up today and stay still eagerly until the end of the session. We are looking forward to seeing you again in the next exciting agenda. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.